Coming up on Citrus TV News, it was all blue skies and sunshine today in Syracuse, but looks can be deceiving.
That's right. Find out when rain and possible snow is expected to return to campus.
And outside Hendricks Chapel, I spoke with a Take Back the Night committee member to find out how the annual event is still inspiring the SU community.
Plus, one county in New York is declaring a state of emergency and taking radical steps to stop the spread of measles. I'll be live in studio to break down what those drastic actions are and how people are responding.
And happening now, UK Prime Minister Theresa May announces her pledge to resign if the Brexit vote passes.
CitrusTV reporter Ally Heath will help explain what this means for the future of the European Union plan. But first, CitrusTV News starts with breaking news.
Now, Citrus TV News live at 6 starts with breaking news.
This just into our newsroom. There are reports of an accident on Interstate 81. I'm Claudia Bellofatto.
And I'm Noah Eagle. The accident is near the Adams Street exit and has closed the northbound lanes. Stay tuned for more details, but responders say that those lanes could be shut down for another 2 hours.
Also tonight, Syracuse University members are gearing up to march into the Take Back the Night rally.
The march starts at 7 tonight at Hendricks Chapel, and the organizers say Take Back the Night is an annual event that brings community members together to speak about interpersonal violence. New at 6, Citrus TV reporter Katie Lane is at Hendricks Chapel now. Katie, what's the meaning behind the annual event?
Thank you, Noah. Originally, people marched to bring awareness to the sexual assaults women were experiencing on their walks home from work. Now the march has grown to cover the interpersonal violence among people of all genders and identities. Event organizers say that Take Back the Night provides a safe and supportive space for campus and community members to heal while preventing further violence. Cassandra Torres, a Take Back the Night community member, expressed how she wants Take Back the Night to encourage solidarity on and around campus.
I hope this event will inspire the community to continue voicing their opinion and not staying silent or being a bystander and fighting for these issues that impact everyone, not just women, but all genders and identities.
Torres expressed her hopes for the community to unite in this international movement. She wants members to work together to make the night safe for all students, faculty, and staff.
Take Back the Night means to me an environment where students could come together and show unity, and for me it's nice to see because sometimes this campus could be a little divided.
Expected to march around the Syracuse University campus. Live outside Hendricks Chapel, I'm Katie Lane, Citrus TV News.
All right, Katie, thanks so much as always. The 20th Prism concert will be tonight at Krause College, and all performers are Syracuse University students. The performance kicks off at 8 and is free and open for all. And it's time to break out your dancing shoes or miracle shoes as the countdown to Autothon started today. Registration opened up for students to start fundraising for the dancing event. Autothon will be on November 9th at Flanagan Gymnasium, and the money raised will go towards Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital. You can register on their Facebook page or text Autothon to 51555.
High school leaders are warning students against email scams that invite students to apply for fake jobs. The university released a phishing alert today as there has been an increase of scam emails that appear to be from university accounts. If you receive a fake offer, you are advised to forward the email to the Information Technology Security team. Onondaga Community College plans to announce a new program that could lower the price of textbooks and technology. The college says it does not want to make students choose between school supplies and other necessities. OCC says this is the first program of its kind in a public school, and it will take effect in fall 2019.
All right, Claudia, well, we say it every week. When is the sun finally going to come out? When is the weather going to turn? It was so nice today, by the way, that Claudia broke out new shoes.
I did. The sun was there, but the weather wasn't, if that kind of makes sense. The heat, yeah, I should say.
Well, the heat's coming because I think this was the first time in a while that I only had to wear a light jacket outside.
Right. And I'm kind of wondering what it is now. I'm hoping to get a few minutes of sunshine after, we get out of the studio, but I'm not sure if the heat's going to be there. We have Jenna Babyak outside live on the quad. Jenna, how's it looking out there?
I am definitely taking advantage of this great weather right now. I'm taking advantage of this great weather right now. The average for today was 49 degrees. As you can see, people are still out on the quad. You can see a dog running behind me. Everyone's out having fun. It's a great day to be outside. Currently, it is 45 degrees and it's sunny, barely a cloud in the sky. It's really starting to feel like spring here in Syracuse. Now, I know how excited we all are to see the sun shining today, but unfortunately, it might not stick around for that much longer. So stay tuned for my full weather forecast coming up later in the show. I'll tell you what to prepare for. Thanks, guys. Back to you in studio.
Thanks so much, Jenna. Enjoy the sunshine. And Onondaga County is charging a Salina man with possessing and promoting child pornography. Police arrested this man, Kenneth Martin, yesterday. Authorities accused Martin of promoting child pornography through internet and email, and police say Martin had more than 4,000 images and videos of child pornography. Martin will be in Salina court next Monday.
And the latest on an investigation on a Rochester man who went missing Monday. Police say they found the man's body in Syracuse today. They say he is the victim of a homicide. Police arrested two men from Wayne County near Rochester yesterday who they say are connected with the murder.
New details on the deadly measles virus that is spreading across the nation, with Rockland County in New York recording nearly half of all confirmed cases at 153 cases as of last week.
That's right, and now they're taking the drastic step of banning unvaccinated kids from public spaces after declaring a state of emergency last night at midnight. CitrusTV analyst Tyler Lowell is here to help us understand what these new rules may mean for our neighbors to the south.
Thanks, guys. Rockland County, which is about 5 miles north of New York City, is trying to stomp out its measles outbreak by issuing a state of emergency last night. County Executive Ed Day announcing dramatic action to help stamp out this public health crisis.
Anyone who is under 18 years of age and is unvaccinated against the measles will be barred from public places until the declaration expires in 30 days or until they receive at least their first shot of MMR.
Rockland County is currently experiencing the worst outbreak of measles in the U.S. since the disease was declared eliminated back in 2000. So for the next month, anyone under age 18 will be barred from public spaces, including shops, restaurants, schools, and churches, unless they decide to get the measles shot. Over 150 cases have been recorded in Rockland since last October, making up nearly half of the 314 cases confirmed across 15 states. And most of those infected are the kids. The ban doesn't apply to adults since it would prevent anyone with a job from going to work, but county officials are urging them to also get the preventative vaccine, and anyone found violating this order will have their names referred to the Attorney General, according to that county exec.
This is a wild story. This is crazy. You said that this disease was believed to be eliminated completely, so why is Rockland County being hit so hard?
So it's complicated. I mean, but if we're to sort of distill it to the most distilled point, it's because they're Orthodox Jews. That's the community that's being impacted the most, and they don't believe as much, I guess, in vaccination. So, and also there's a lot of anti-vax propaganda being passed around. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And how does this whole situation and ban affect families in Onondaga County?
Great question. So I actually called the health department this morning, and they said everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Just make sure that you stay on top of your shots, and everybody should be healthy. All
right, Tyler, thanks so much. Really
you.
Appreciate it, as always. And coming up after the break, police released Jussie Smollett with no charges, but they're asking another police force to take a closer look at the case. Find out why.
And British Prime Minister Theresa May has stepped down. Find out why and what this means for Brexit going forward. Stick with us.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They'll test you. Try to break your will.
But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV Newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at CitrusTV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. After prosecutors dropped all 16 felony charges against Jussie Smollett, the head of the Chicago Police Union is asking for a federal investigation.
They want another force to look into the case to see if Smollett sent himself a fake threatening email in the weeks before his alleged attack.
Chicago police also publicized the 61-page police file in the Jussie Smollett case today, and the file reveals that the steps that the Chicago authorities took to investigate Smollett. Parts of the file were censored to protect the names of the witnesses.
We want to make sure that the Justice Department takes a very hard look at what went on with that case and also what has occurred today.
A grand jury originally indicted Smollett and accused him of staging his own hate crime attack and filing a false police report.
The man who kidnapped 13-year-old Jamie Kloss for 88 days pled guilty to 3 charges this afternoon in Wisconsin. 21-year-old Jake Thomas Patterson pled guilty to 2 counts of international homicide and 1 count of kidnapping.
As part of the plea deal, the homicide charges carry a life sentence and the kidnapping charges carry a maximum 40 years. He will be formally sentenced in May. And the new information on the man who drove his car into a group of protesters in 2017 at a Charlottesville white supremacist rally.
James Fields Jr. changed his plea to guilty this afternoon for 29 federal charges. This includes first-degree murder for the death of activist Heather Heyer.
A jury convicted Fields of these charges and sentenced him to life in prison back in 2018. Fields pled not guilty at the time, but now admits he violated hate crime laws by targeting the group with his car.
And the latest from Britain tonight, Prime Minister Theresa May announces she will step down if a Brexit deal is approved by Parliament.
CitrusTV reporter Ally Heath joins us anew from London. Ally, what's going on over there?
Thanks so much, guys. I'm outside the Houses of Parliament right now, where earlier today Theresa May announced she'll be stepping down from her role as British Prime Minister once a deal for Brexit has been reached. Now, she said this to Conservative members of Parliament earlier today in hopes that it'll gain more support for the deal that she struck with the European Union, a few months ago, before Brexit to officially happen. She's basically now said that if you pass my deal, I'll step down and get out of your hair, which is what several members of Parliament across several parties have been demanding for the past several weeks. Now, there's no timeline on when she'll officially leave 10 Downing Street. All we know is that it'll happen once a Brexit deal has been passed in the House of Commons, which will likely be by this summer. Now, speaking of the House of Commons, they're currently voting on 8 indicative motions, which are internal alternative plans for Brexit, which range from a hard exit, which is what would happen right now if no deal was struck, leaving the European Union on April 12th, proposing a common trading market, common business market with the European Union, proposing a second referendum like protesters this past weekend were demanding, and revoking Article 50, which would stop Brexit in its tracks and Britain would remain within the European Union. And also Parliament tonight is passing the European Union's extension on Brexit negotiations, which will push it back from this Friday, March 29th, until April 12th in a few weeks. And we'll keep you updated as events unfold here in Westminster. Reporting from London, I'm Ally Heath, Citrus TV News.
Thanks so much, Ally. And the results of the indicative motion votes are starting to roll in. All 8 motions were rejected by the House of Commons.
Only 2 of the motions were close to passing, the option suggesting a second public referendum requiring a public vote for a deal approval. An estimated 1 million people marched in London in favor of this option last weekend. The other was a motion establishing a permanent customs union with the EU, meaning free trade between the EU and the UK would remain in place.
MPs also voted to officially extend the deadline, moving the official date of Brexit back to April 12th if Theresa May's plan is not passed. And coming up, from Mizzou and Syracuse to now Temple University. The mumps are spreading at this Pennsylvania school, and we have the newest number of cases.
And in answer to the question we all have on our minds, is this weather too good to be true? Well, let me tell you, yes, it is. Find out why when we come back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the cats go on vacation? New York.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
And welcome back. CitrusTV weather anchor Jenna Babyak joins us now in studio.
Jenna, before the break you said that this weather is too good to be true. So please tell me that that was hijinks. You were joking.
I was not joking. I was not joking at all. This sun, it's too good to be true. It is too good to be true. It's going to start raining and snowing. Now let's take a look at the future radar right now. As you can see, we're not really seeing any precipitation at all for tonight, just a little bit of clouds. So luckily for tonight, you're not going to have to worry about any of that rain just yet. Let's look at some current temperatures in the area. It's pretty consistent throughout, pretty sunny throughout, mild, high 40s, mid 40s, even some low 50s. Now let's take a look at tonight. So tonight, it's going to be about 32 degrees, mainly pretty clear. It's going to feel a little bit colder though. It's going to feel like 21. Now let's plan your day for tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm sorry to say, the sun is going to go away and we're going to see some rain. So the beginning of the day is going to be just some clouds, and then we're not going to see that rain until a little bit later on. It's going to be a few passing afternoon showers, so nothing too bad, no torrential downpours, just a few showers to look at. And then looking at our 5-day forecast, we're going to get to that snow like I was talking about, but that's not until Sunday. We're going to see those showers turning into snow later in the day. But for this weekend, you're going to have to prepare for that rain. I'm really sorry, guys. The sun is going away, but luckily we'll see the sun again on Monday. Unfortunately, it will be a little bit colder.
And the latest from the mumps outbreak at Temple University, city health officials are reporting 105 cases as of this afternoon. Only 18 cases are confirmed. The rest are listed as probable based on symptoms. Students are changing their lifestyles to avoid contracting the mumps.
And really changing the way people, go about living. A lot of people avoiding campus dining, people spending more time in their dorms, being more vigilant on their health. It's very concerning.
Free vaccination clinics are currently open today on Temple's campus and will reopen on Friday as well.
Syracuse women's lacrosse is scorching this season, and tonight the Orange are back in action. We've got live updates on that, plus SU softball, a young hotshot headed to the Mets, and a coaching change for Buffalo basketball. Stick around.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Welcome back, I'm Drew Carter. If you're still upset about both Syracuse basketball teams, the men and the women, losing in the NCAA tournament, can I interest you in the best team on campus? That would be SU women's lacrosse, ranked 3rd in the nation at 10-2, with those only 2 losses coming to the only 2 teams ranked ahead of them in Boston College and Maryland. And tonight, Syracuse back at the Carrier Dome to host Albany. The Orange looking to maintain their stranglehold on this series. SU 11-0 all-time against U of A. And the Cuse is well on its way to making that an even dozen over the Great Danes. But right now, 2-1, Albany is out in front of Syracuse. Also in action tonight, SU softball. Cue the P. Diddy montage because the Orange finally coming home. The Cuse played its first, get this, 28 games of the season on the road, thanks to the moody weather in central New York. But today, Syracuse hosting Niagara for a doubleheader, and Syracuse took game 1 12-4. To baseball, opening day is tomorrow, and if you're a Mets fan, your team doesn't give you a ton of reasons to be excited, but they did today. New York's top prospect is starting the season in the bigs. Reports saying Pete Alonso has made the 25-man roster and will wear the orange and blue when the Mets visit the Nationals tomorrow. Now, the Mets could have held Alonso in the minors to save a year of his service time with the team, but the 24-year-old basically gave them no choice. He shredded spring training, a .352 batting average, 4 dingers, and 11 RBI. Last year, Alonso cranked 36 bombs across double and triple A. Mets skipper Mickey Callaway says they just want the best 25 guys.
We feel like everybody that's going to be on that opening day roster is ready to go. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in the players' minds. And I'm excited to get that first one out of the way and get going. We have leaders in there. We have selfless players. You know, to be at the team that you want to be, it's all about selfless service. And everybody in that room wants to win. And if they take that same approach that they took in spring training at the end of last year, we're going to do something special this year, and I'm proud of all of them for that.
Back to college sports. The best college basketball team in the state of New York this year, not Syracuse, not by a long shot. It was Buffalo, but the Bulls ran into the classic catch-22 of being a bit mid-major. They were too good, and now their coach is leaving for a Power 5 school. Nate Oates is headed to Alabama to take over a team that just missed the tournament for the 6th time in the last 7 years. Oates helped take UB into a golden era with 58 combined wins over the last 2 seasons. To the ice, the Rangers mathematically eliminated from the playoff race, but they've got a chance to salvage something sweet from this season. New York can wrap up the season sweep of Boston, one of 3 teams in the league with triple-digit points. Henrik Lundqvist has won 3 straight starts in Boston. Guys, that's why they call him the king.
That's certainly why they call him the king. He has played like the king his whole career. Let's stick with Nate Oates because I know you're a big fan of his, and he was a tremendous coach at Buffalo. It seemed like the Bulls somewhat groomed him under Bobby Hurley, and then Hurley left for a power school. You think they did something similar this time around?
You would hope so if you're a Buffalo fan, but the interesting thing about that, Noah, is Nate Oates just beat his old boss in the tournament.
His last game ever in Buffalo.
They beat Bobby Hurley and Arizona State in the tourney, but real quick, guys, just a weird flex. I actually met Nate Oates when they were at the Carrier Dome. One of the best guys I've ever met in my life. So great hire, Alabama. You're getting a good one.
That was kind of a weird flex, but nice.
It was a little bit. I want to go to lacrosse. We know the women's team is hot right now, and he says the game's over, no one cares anymore. But can we talk a little bit about the Duke game? That was crazy.
The men's game?
The men's game.
That was outstanding. You know, that might have been the best Syracuse-Duke game in any sport all season.
Wow.
Going out on a limb and saying,
I don't know. Syracuse basketball over in Durham was pretty good. Thank you so much, Drew. As always, great stuff. And coming up after the break, Jenna will join us for one last look at your weather forecast.
And find out how an upcoming live-action movie has roots in Syracuse. We'll be right back.
Its lifespan ended more than 2 years ago, and with time running out, there is no concrete plan.
These are the crossroads splitting the city and the region. The community grid.
To save my city and my neighborhood and my kids' wants.
Replacing the viaduct.
Commercial businesses which want to be located alongside a highway.
And building a tunnel.
We really need to rebuild the fabric of the city.
Businesses, residents, and money. The issue gets more complex as time runs out. But Citrus TV News has you covered. Our 7-part series will break down the most important aspects of the decision. Starting Monday, April 1st, we will be tackling the biggest decision facing Central New York.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And welcome back to Citrus TV News. Jenna Babyak joins us in studio. Jenna, I think we were both a little upset about the sound of snow, so we weren't fully focused on when you said how many days it's going to rain before the snow comes. So catch us up.
All right, so you have a little bit of time to mentally prepare. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast again. So we're going to see some rain Friday and Saturday. Now that's just some afternoon showers and some morning showers. Now Sunday you see those showers. Now that's going to turn into a little bit of snow later on. There's a chance it might not even turn into snow at all because it is going to be 40 degrees.
Stop toying with us.
I just want you guys to be prepared because I just have your best interests at heart. Just be prepared.
That is kind of nice, I guess. It's just you're
The
toying
mostly
with our
sunny
emotions.
keeps me going. That keeps me going.
There you go.
I'm all right with that. Thanks, Jenna. A Syracuse original will be flying into theaters near you this Friday. Dumbo is a well-known Disney movie based on an elephant who uses his ears to fly in a circus.
What you may not know is the movie is based on the novel Dumbo, the Flying Elephant, written in 1938 by Syracuse's own Helen Aberson. The movie is the latest in a string of live-action remakes of Disney's classic animated movies, including The Jungle Book, Aladdin, and The Lion King.
That is super cool. You know what's not super cool,
What's that?
If you are graduating this year, which me and my lovely co-anchor are, there are 44 days left until graduation.
Yeah, I guess go Cuse, but the university is also hosting tonight a trivia night at the Incomplete on South Campus to celebrate the countdown. I don't know what there is to celebrate.
Come on, celebrate a great 4 years.
That's
and
fair, I suppose.
Great friends that you've made, so much that we've learned. Thank you, Syracuse.
We have learned quite a lot. That's all the time we have tonight on Citrus TV News. Hope you guys learned something at home. Thanks for joining us.
Follow us at Citrus TV News on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Claudia Bellofatto.
And I'm Noah Eagle. Have a great night, Syracuse.